Hello, hello, hello. Here we are at.
How are you, Lovie?
How are you getting on, Carl?
Good. Listen. Well, how are we getting on? Because,
Oh, we're great.
well,
What?
we're great, but we're just off the back of being away for the weekend with
Yeah,
the kids.
I'm recharged.
We are in our whole recharged. The two of us are bollocksed. No, okay, we're recharged.
Can we get into this later? Can we just start the podcast,
We're
please,
recharged
Carl?
on the inside, but like outside, we're like, we'll get into the Donegal a little bit later on.
Anyway, I'm Aisling.
I'm Carl.
And thanks for coming back to us for our weekly catch-ups.
Yes, we absolutely love this. So thanks to all of the lovely listeners who've tuned in every single week and left us lovely comments.
These are fab.
Don't forget to subscribe, rate, review, and share the podcast. Super helpful to us. Thank you very much.
It's very helpful. Thank you very much.
What you didn't hear is that took me 75 attempts and I edited them all out.
The man from radio and broadcasting.
It's whenever it comes to us recording this podcast, it's always at the time of night where you're like, your brain is going, would you ever fuck off?
We should really start recording it early in the day, Carl, shouldn't we?
No, but then you said, yeah, this is the only time we have at the moment. to do it.
True.
Yeah.
So here we are now, and we're back looking at each other now, back looking at each other's eyes again, Carl.
Oh, because last week I was down in Tralee and it was all recorded remotely.
Sorry, it's been 2 episodes ago.
Because we had our bonus episode with Lindsay Pete.
Yes.
Just at the weekend released it. And if you're going to be watching the Women's Rugby World Cup,
Yes.
Lindsay Pete, one of our greatest sports people. She's just an incredible woman. But she gave a brilliant preview to the Women's Rugby World Cup. But she's also just an amazing person, amazing athlete, amazing person. We had a great chat with her. It was great.
We had a great chat with her, and I think halfway through the interview, I just kind of went stump, didn't I, Carl? Because I was just like, I just went really quiet. I was like, sorry, what? I did not realise that she got into rugby at 35. I was in shock at that. So she hasn't even had 10 years at rugby yet.
Yeah.
And in those 10 years, she's played provincial, international, barbarian tours, club. Like, it's amazing.
An incredible athlete. And
yes.
Yeah, look, we definitely love if you would check out that episode. It's a great chat with Lindsay Pete. We do plan on having more guests down the line here.
Let us know who you'd like as well.
Can I just go back on something you said there?
Go on.
Just, you were talking about going stump.
Yes.
When you were a bit like in awe of her.
Yes.
This is something you all need to know about Aisling. Whenever she kind of comes across someone who she loves or she's in awe of, she just goes,
I either word vomit or I go quite quiet, which clearly means I don't love Carl.
It happens.
Because I don't stop talking.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to talk about someone who I know you love more.
I know.
Going into Oasis, we bumped into Paul O'Connell.
Yes.
And Aisling, tell everyone about your obsession with Paul O'Connell.
I'm not ready to talk about this.
You can't. Tell everyone.
I am obsessed.
She's gone
with Paul. Oh my God, red.
Yeah, gone red.
With Paul O'Connell. I am mad about him.
So
he's got fabulous smile lines.
No.
Fabulous smile
Tell
lines.
them about what your granddad used to do.
My granddad, my mum's dad, when I lived in London, because he knew how obsessed I was with him, he would always pen letters to me and send them in the post. But he used to cut out Paul O'Connell in the newspaper and put them in his little letters for me. Like, best granddad.
It is so sweet. It's so lovely. But anyway, we bumped into Paul O'Connell.
Yes.
On
Carl
the way
didn't shut up talking to him.
So I've met Paul O'Connell now. I don't know him, but we've met each other a couple of times from the radio show and through Dunners. And I just was like, hi, how's it going? And he remembered me because I was like, oh my God, this would be really embarrassing if he doesn't remember me. But he was like, oh, Carl, what's the story? And what a lovely man. For someone who is so frightening when you would watch him on the rugby field, what an absolutely beautiful man.
Oh, he's beautiful, all right.
But anyway, we were with
You're with
my
your cousins, and your cousin's husband is he still plays rugby.
It was Nick who spotted him
and
first.
I have never in my life, like, Nick is a big guy. I have never seen Nick.
Nick looked tiny.
He looked tiny. He became a shell of himself, and I was like, okay, now I understand what I look like when I meet these people. Nick was just in awe.
So
in absolute awe of him.
I knew Nick was like dying to meet him or whatever like that. So I was like, oh, Paul, these are my cousins, Nick and Rachel. And I was like, oh, this is my wife, Ash. And you were just like this. Do you know when you can hear when someone's mouth has gone dry? So Ash was like this. It was like a weird ASMR video.
Shut up. And his wife was there and she just looked stunning. Oh, so he's just beautiful.
Any other loose ends we need to tie up?
Loose ends, a few comments, I suppose, on not Lindsay's episode, but the episode before.
Yeah.
A few people, Carl, are asking for an email address. For questions, because they said the Spotify comment box isn't big enough. So I'm dying to see what these questions might be.
No, do you know what? Actually, we do. We need to set up an email address because if you want to get into anything juicy, it needs to be an email.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, that's.
Can I leave you to that, Carl?
Yeah, leave that one with me, and by next week's episode, I will have the email set up.
Perfect.
And we'll be ready to go. Because actually, that would be lovely to add into each episode. Is like, you know, if there's a few juicy emails to come in or anything like that. You know, listen. Do you know? See what people come up with. But yeah, I'll have that done by next week. Okay, Ash, well, let me begin by asking you, how are you, Lovie? How are you getting on?
I am, well, I'm recharged and rested. We were in Donegal for the weekend and I loved it.
Sorry, let me just, for 1 second now, stop.
Yes.
You can't honestly be looking at me saying you're recharged and rested.
I am recharged.
We had a lovely time.
Yes.
But it was like a zoo.
Carl, it really wasn't that bad. Like, I really enjoyed it.
And
what I didn't
and
enjoy...
on top of it is, I was sick as well.
I know. And then also, I'm saying I'm recharged and I'm also like, babying is not well, so she's not sleeping. So she's on me for the last 3 nights. But no, I am recharged because I was embracing all the lovely moments. And I very seldom do that.
No, I completely agree with you on that one. I'm just like, I physically do not know how you could... I actually don't know how you're standing still because Bavian's at that point at the moment where like all she wants is ma'am.
Yes.
So there's often times when she's awake during the night and she wasn't well and like I could take her and she's no interest.
Yes.
And so you're the
you
one
don't have the boobs.
Well.
I'm glad we both thought that.
We both had to do that at the same time. I'm racing. You got there before me. Bollocks. Oh God.
Anyway,
okay.
go on.
Yeah, geez. Like I'm. It's so funny. I feel like I'm recharged, and I'm also holding on for dear life.
But I think we had quite a late night last night coming back. There was a lot of stuff to be done when we got back. Not to be done, but to set us up for the week.
I just don't have. I don't have your stamina. I just don't have it. I don't know. Like. I'm gonna feel.
And I'm looking into your brown eyes now, and I can see that you're tired.
I'm gonna feel sorry for myself for another few days still.
Yeah. I wasn't tired off the back of it.
No, but look,
and in saying that, I am still full of sand. I have not showered yet since yesterday, and we were at the beach, on that windy beach yesterday. So I'm still like not showered. Sand is still in my hair. The kids are fed, watered, and bathed. They're all sorted.
Safe.
Well. Is it really, Carl? No wonder why you smell. Carl came into me today from work and I'm actually surprised that you still have that t-shirt on you. I was like, you smell of arse, Carl. And he still smells of arse. He still smells of arse. If you're wearing that t-shirt, you smell of arse. Also, on that note, sorry, my voice is gone today. Carl, I had a fabulously clean house, fabulously clean bedrooms, changed the bed sheets before we left, emptied the washing basket, so that loaded the kids into the car, and right before we left, Carl decides, oh, now I'll use this as an opportunity to empty my case that I had down in Kerry for the week.
Into the wash basket.
So when I got back the other night, not only did I have the clothes that I had on holiday, which I actually was washing clothes while we were down on holiday, but I also had Carl's week worth of clothes.
Well, hang on. I said I'll look after that.
You would have brought them up to your mother to wash for you.
I wouldn't have. You make me out to be a completely incompetent Neanderthal. Like, do you know what I mean? I know how to wash my own clothes.
No, what would have happened is you would have put them in a bag and they would have sat in your boot for another 4 weeks.
Yeah,
yes.
Sometimes that happens.
Yes.
Anyway. Back to Donegal. Sorry, your heart is full.
Donegal. My heart is absolutely full. I was really trying to take moments to embrace the moments and be present in the moments. Like there was a couple of moments where, I think my favourite moment over the weekend, like the beaches were always my favourite moments. Sorry, what's with me tonight? The beaches were always my favourite moments. But there was one particular moment we were at the Blue Goat, ordered some wine, ordered some cheese, and we were sitting there in the evening. We gave the kids an early, now we shoveled the dinner into them early. I made a roasty dinner. We all had it. We popped them into the buggy, walked down to the river, and we sat there just drinking wine. They had their little bit of juice. They had a little snack. They were colouring pictures. It was just lovely. I got a lovely time lapse of you and the kids. I was like, these are just the things that... They're just such lovely memories, and I be a real person where I forget the good stuff. It's in my like makeup, so I find it really hard to be present sometimes because I'm always thinking about what's next. So I really was taking stock, and I think because Davey's starting school this week again, so he's back into his second year of play school. We love the school, we love the teachers. Next year will be big school, and I was really kind of embracing the fact that this was my only summer off with them. So next year I'll be back, or like when I go back to work, I don't have summers off, like most working parents. So I was just embracing the fact this is the only time I'll have the three of them together for the rest of their lives, effectively.
God.
Yeah. It's a scary thought.
God, that is scary.
So I was just being present in like the whole summer. So it was a busy summer. Yes, you were really busy working most weekends. So it was a really busy summer, but it was really lovely, and I embraced it. And I can swear my heart, Davey is totally ready to go back to school.
Oh, God, yes.
He's sick of the sight.
Yeah.
But he also looked like he's like, Mom, that was a great day. I loved that, Mammy. I love you, Mammy. So like
he had a ball.
He had an absolutely epic summer, and I'm like, I'm so glad.
And so Davey's 4 and Ayla's 2, and they're both reaching that age where we can start to see there's a bit of like a friendship bonding there.
Yes.
They're starting to become pals. Now they wreck each other's heads as well, but that's also
Jesus,
gas.
the car
like the car
after
journey.
5 o'clock.
Sweet
Do not
Jesus.
put them in the car together after
It's
5.
absolute chaos. But yeah, it is. I have to say, when you say it like that, I'm like, God, it is mad. I did really feel this weekend for the first time. I was like, oh God, like these are the family holidays that they'll remember. Like, as in, you know, for the first time feeling that responsibility of like, we're responsible for creating the memories that they take into adulthood with them.
Yes.
And this weekend, I really felt that because I was like, Davey's at the age now where he might start remembering things. Even when we got home, he started getting a bit teary because he was like, I want to go back to Donegal.
Yes,
So in my eyes, I was like, well, that's job done. I obviously don't want him upset, but like, he had so much fun. He wanted to go back to Donegal. Speaking of which as well, we didn't mention the town that we went to. We stayed in a place called Ramelton. Sorry,
every time we say Ramelton now, Davey kept thinking it was called Why are we melting?
Why are we melting?
No, it's Ramelton.
Very underrated little town.
It is so good.
It's very close to Rathmullan, so it's quite far north, even in Donegal terms, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's on a river. And it's got loads of lovely little artisan-y food places. So you mentioned...
I love the butchers. Anytime I go up there, I'm like, I need to hit the butchers. There's Lennonside Butchers. Fab. Then there's the chipper, Johnny's Ranch.
They
have a little country market on the Saturday morning at 10:30. There's loads of stuff there. There's the Blue Goat. And the last time we were there, we never got to it on time. Whereas this time, we were practically there every day. I think we called into it 3 days in a row.
That's where Ash was talking about. We got the glass of wine, the cheese board and everything. It was just fab.
We even brought some of the dessert wine to bring home with us.
Jeez, we should have cracked that open tonight.
Oh, sure, there you go.
We should have. And then...
the smell of arse coming from you.
And then we stayed in a lovely place called Elizabeth House.
Yes.
It was like an Airbnb. It was absolutely fab. It was real like...
She had a big thing of fudge. Do you remember that?
Yeah. And it had home-baked treats for us and everything. We arrived there. Anyway, long story short, what a part of the country.
Yes.
So, yeah, absolutely lovely.
So go on, Carl, tell me, how are you, Lovie?
Well, actually, I'm gonna stick with Donegal.
Go on.
And on the whole theme of Donegal. But more something that was going through my head while I was there. Because actually, you know, we were just talking about all the lovely places in Ramelton. But the reason why we knew about all the lovely places in Ramelton to hit was that anyone you spoke to, they were so proud of where they came from. And they were so proud to show it off and so proud to tell you, this is a great place to go. And you need to eat here. And you need to check this out. And everyone was like proud of all the local businesses.
Yes.
Within Ramelton. And I couldn't help but think, do we miss out on that a little bit living in Dublin?
Oh, I think we do.
I don't know if any of you are listening now and, you know, you live in Dublin or if you live outside of Dublin. I kind of felt jealous at the sense of community. But, like, you might be from Dublin and be thinking, you're talking through your hoop. Like, what are you talking about? There's great community in Dublin. And it's not to say that there isn't a sense of community. Like, don't get me wrong, on a micro level, like, we've great neighbours. Like, our next door neighbour during COVID. Like, and still sometimes
handing over Carl strawberry daiquiris
Strawberry
because I was pregnant for most of COVID anyway. So
we'd get a text and she'd be like, "Do you want a strawberry daiquiri?" And we'd be like, "Oh, go on!" And she'd hand one over the wall.
Yes,
and
yeah.
you know, she'd make us like she makes a savage curry.
Yeah,
and she sometimes texts us, be like, "I'm making a curry. Do you want some?"
Yeah,
like I think that's a beautiful thing to have, and we're so lucky. So I mean, on a micro level, absolutely. It's just, I think within Remelton, on that level, where people were so proud of like the kind of town that they were from, but then also on like a county level, all across Donegal, every single place you went, because obviously the All-Ireland final only happened a few weeks ago, there was Donegal flags up everywhere, signs saying best of luck to the lads, you know.
But Carl, you get that, like, I mean, once you get outside of the pale, like you get it. If I think of Selbridge, you're like, good luck to the team, good luck to the lads, good luck to the girls. You get it outside of Dublin.
I just feel my eyes were really open to it this weekend because, you know.
You get it if we go down to our local GAA club because some of them play for Dublin.
Yeah.
You get it as you're coming out of the GAA club. But I do think it's because you wouldn't have had a lot of sporting background growing up.
I didn't have a lot of like I wasn't. I played for like a football team up until I was about 10. You know what I mean? Manortown, Niall Quinn played for the Manortown as well, just saying. And then I would have played a bit of rugby in secondary school, but that was kind of it.
Yeah.
Listen, maybe it's there and I don't see it because it's just Dublin, and you know what I mean? You're not actually taking it in the same way you take in somewhere when you're on holidays. I just couldn't help but feel a little bit like, is that something we're missing out on? Because it's also something like now as a dad,
you want to make sure that the kids have that.
100%. Yeah. And it's made me kind of go, okay, right. Is there anything I need to do or we need to do in terms of like, say, getting them involved with a GAA club?
Yes.
Or anything that brings that sense of community to them. Because I do think, like, we weren't a GAA family growing up. But I think it's absolutely, like, wonderful what GAA does for this country and how it brings communities together. And I'm always really jealous.
Yes.
Whenever like there's an All-Ireland final on, whether it's Dublin playing, whether it's Kerry, whether it's Donegal, whoever, I'm always like, whoa, that like to be part of a tribe like that.
But Carl, I also think it's the measure of the person that you are, as in general, not just you necessarily, but it's the measure of the person that would create the community around them. You know, that way. Like, if you look at me, I would, if I don't know the person, I'm quite reserved, don't talk so much. Whereas you would bring an army back with you. Just because of who you are, as in like how you are as a person. You're very personable, whereas I would be quite reserved until I get to know you.
Yeah.
You know the way?
Yeah.
So I do think that, you know, you'd have the community and I'd have...
I should be there like a cat lady in the corner.
With the pigeons as my friends.
Smell a piss off you.
I'd rather smell a piss than smell of arse, Carl. Okay, next up it's mulling it over. Am I going first? You going first?
You go first. You go first.
I'll go first. Okay, so mulling it over this week. I am going to bring something to the table.
Right. I don't like the look of your face here.
Why? We're going to talk about contraception.
All right, let's talk about that because actually, let's talk about that because
Carl just needs to look at me.
Let's talk about this because Ash is at the point now,
Go
right?
on. Yeah. I'm getting broody.
Ash is getting broody.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm like, we can't.
No, I know. Sorry. Hello. Don't look at like. Oh, hello.
I would love. We'd love loads of kids, but I'm like, I can't do this.
No. Hello.
I can't do this. I know. Says me. Have not. Okay. Okay. I take it back. I'm sorry. She's going
Can we please just talk about contraception?
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's go to contraception. Sorry, just me making it about myself, even though I didn't carry any of the children.
As per usual, Carl. Anyway, contraception. And I'm not talking about me this time. We're talking about you. Male contraception.
Getting the snip?
Yeah, so what were you thinking? Why does it have to be on me?
Well, I did look into the snip.
Go on.
And I would... Well, well, first of all, do you know what I was surprised about with the snip?
What?
Much cheaper than I expected.
All right, go on.
Yeah, like I think it's about 500 quid.
So you get that done before the wardrobes then?
Oh, yeah, because we're getting to get a wardrobe made for the kids' room.
So you can get the snip first, then off you go.
Well...
Off you go, girl. No, but listen, I was reading.
I don't know if I'm ready yet to have this.
So you do want more kids?
I don't know. So
then here you are complaining. Off you go. Right. No, I was looking in. Something came up on my phone about male contraception and like the male contraceptive pill.
Oh, a pill? Can I take a pill?
So like obviously there's the oral contraceptive pill for women and different type of contraceptions for women then as well.
The coil and bits like that,
yes, and your IUD and everything. But there has yet to be something for man apart from a condom and vasectomy.
And then they also tell you with the vasectomy that you can have it undone, but I don't know whether anyone actually gets it undone.
So what I suppose kind of the article I was reading was about the fact that there has yet to be, all the research has always been done and all the experiments has been done with mice. But they have now found they've done their first trial with humans.
Right.
And it's like now...
It's a big jump now from mice to humans. Would they not have like something in the intermediate
like
stage?
What, an ape or something?
I don't know.
Well, you'd classify as an ape, so I'll just put you...
You had to put me up for clinical trials.
Yeah. So, anyway... So they've run their first phase. So phase 1 is with a group of like about 15 men it was.
Okay.
And this one is, rather than using a hormone, they're using kind of like a vitamin. So like vitamin A to stop the sperm connecting with the semen to come out.
Right.
When you ejaculate. Yeah. So this, and it's so they monitored it. So the men took, so the way I was thinking of it, like from a woman's point of view, your cycle is 28 days or thereabouts.
Yeah.
So they'd be looking at the hormonal shifts with all of that. But with men, they don't necessarily need to do all that.
Yeah, so true.
So the men took 2 doses. So in this phase 1, they took 2 doses and they monitored them for 15 days.
Right.
I was like, oh, that's quite good. Like, there's nothing to that really. So they did blood tests. They looked at their hormonal levels, things like that. And then they looked then another 15 days later to see if there was anything, like any other effects. So it didn't, like, it made them infertile, but then it reversed it then as well.
When they stopped taking it.
Yes. So the next phase of it now is to get a bigger group of men.
Yeah.
And then after that, then you're then talking about a couple of 100 men then. So there's like 3 phases before they say, okay, yeah, let's go. So I thought it was like the biggest step they've made in quite a long time.
Well, hand on heart, I'd have no issue taking
your other options,
male contraceptive.
Your other options, apart from your condom or vasectomy, is there's like a little
abstinence.
Okay, abstinence. Off you go then. Wouldn't be going down there just smelling the bars anyway. So, like, anyway, just the recurring theme this week on the pod. The other option is it has to be a surgery. So they would go in and they inject a gel into your vas deferens. Stop.
What's different?
No, the vas deferens is the name.
For what?
Of the tube. Did you do like science in school?
Which tube?
The tube that your sperm comes down through your penis. Your vas deferens.
No, I don't remember that now.
Anyway, they would inject a gel in there to stop it coming out.
That's the barrel of the gun, essentially, is what we're talking about.
Effectively,
there.
yeah.
Okay.
So, but that is a minor surgery. So that's another option for you.
So wait, hang on. So they inject that in so that essentially from that point forward, you're firing blanks.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. That sounds, because it's funny now. The one thing that puts me off the vasectomy, because this is no word of a lie. When I was getting my wisdom teeth out back in May, so I had to be put asleep for getting the wisdom teeth out.
Papa.
And I swear to God,
yes.
I asked your man when I was going in for the consultation. Yes. I was like, I've been thinking about the snip.
Yeah.
Is there any way when I'm asleep we can get the snip guy down to do the job while I'm out? And he was like, no, it doesn't work that way.
So this is
it was a genuine.
This is before. What else did you ask them when you woke up?
Did I shit myself? Yeah. I did. That was No, okay, I asked them that because you were literally the week before putting the shits up me because you started telling me, oh, do you know that when you go under general anaesthetic, sometimes you can soil yourself.
Sometimes you can lose control.
And lose control of yourself.
Yeah.
So I was like, what? Sorry, do you know how seriously I took that?
I know you did.
I wore a pair of compression shorts that you'd wear to the gym. So in case I shat myself, it would at least contain it.
That's probably the worst thing to wear. Because then it'll be all stuck to your ass. And then they'd have to, oh no.
Well, anyway, it was the first, I woke up.
They still smell it
I was moonwalking with Einstein still, whatever the stuff they had me on. It was great. And I woke up and I was like, hey, I didn't shit myself. And the two nurses were just laughing. And it was about 10 minutes later, I was like, came on a bit strong there now. So anyway, yeah.
I had been you believing that you were dying and everything.
You're scared. Sorry.
I was asking you to let me know. Well, you were going under the knife, Carl.
Well, it's like...
I asked you, I was asking you, you need to let me know what you would like, what you'd like to be...
You were taking
cremated in.
We see, I don't know whether you were freaking me out or you actually wanted to know those things.
Well, I just think we need to have some healthy discourse around those things.
Well, no, that's fair enough. We can have it on the podcast
there
someday.
You go.
But I was going, kind of being put asleep, and I remember being like, ooh, I don't like the lack of control here now.
Yeah.
That was the bit. So I actually, as I was laying down, your mum was like, okay, so you're going to start feeling sleepy now. And I was like, I'm going to think about Ash and the kids. Because I was like, if I don't wake up, at least that's what I'm thinking about.
Oh, Carl.
And I was like, that was the last thing, genuinely. I was like, I'll think of Ash and the kids. And I was like, and then I'll try and see if I can feel myself getting tired. And then I woke up and I was asking how to shot myself. So that was how it went. There was no in between.
So anyway, back to the male contraceptive pill. But then I went down I went down my little hole, right, of researching on why there hasn't been a male contraceptive pill.
I don't think saying you went down your little hole when we're talking about this.
Sorry, go on. Yeah. Anyway, I went down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Okay. So went down the rabbit hole and then I was Googling as in why there hasn't been a male contraceptive pill yet. And then they were saying they didn't like the hormonal effects it would have on the man's body. So what it was is they'd be fatigued, they'd have acne and they'd have headaches. And I'm like,
well,
that's just women.
Is there side effects to the...
Not that they can see from this one.
But is there side effects to taking the pill for women?
Yeah.
Like what side effects?
But even in general, the hormonal shift that women would have every month. Like, we'd have headaches.
Yeah.
We'd have acne.
No, I will admit, absolutely, the raw end of the deal. Like, genuinely, when you put it down on paper, it's like... So first of all, you have to, once you have your first period, until you reach menopause, you have to deal with that every month. Mm-hmm. Then
you go through shit with menopause as well.
If you get pregnant, then you have to deal with the actual 9 months of pregnancy.
If you are pregnant and then you miscarry,
yes, there's that. Yeah. There's the actual giving birth.
Yes.
Like then it's the fact that what would at least be a little bit more fair would be if after you give birth, it was the men who the babies wanted to feed off.
Yes.
But it's not even that.
Yeah.
I know it's very easy for me to be like, oh, you got the raw end of the stick, but I'm acknowledging it.
But then, do you know what? I think we'd probably hear about it more. We'd probably still be hearing about it. If men, if you did one thing.
I can't really disagree with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, my mulling it over. This is something I spotted on TikTok the other day. It's completely different to what you were talking about. But I think this is a fascinating concept. And I wonder, is there any of you listening now who've either ever done something similar to this or you've ever thought about it, right? There's a bang of the boom is back off of this, but just hear me out.
Go on.
This is a guy on TikTok called Kevin Droniak. So Kevin, Droniak, if you want to look up his TikTok channel. This guy takes day trips from New York City to various parts of the globe, right?
Okay.
So the reason why I came across him was he took a day trip from JFK Airport to Ireland.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So he flew from JFK. His flight was at 6:25 in the evening in JFK.
Yeah.
It was an overnight flight, like 6 hours.
Flight.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And he arrived at 5 to 6 in the morning in Shannon, right?
Yes.
So this is how his day went when he arrived here.
So he slept on the plane.
Slept on the plane for 6 hours, arrives in Shannon, 6 in the morning, rents a car, he's at the Cliffs of Moher by 8 o'clock in the morning. Right?
Okay.
He has a sandwich at the Cliffs of Moher, walks around for a bit, drives to O'D Castle in Currafin.
Yes.
Actually, in his Irish edition of this, he got a flat tire in his car. So he waited around for a little bit for a mechanic. Car got fixed by 12 and he was driving back to the airport and back on a flight back to JFK at 25 to 3. So,
oh God, really?
So he had the guts of 8 hours in Ireland. But he's
and he managed to deal with a flat tire.
Think about that.
Yes,
though.
yeah.
If there's somewhere in the world that you really wanted to see, but you're kind of time poor, makes you go, God, are there places that are way more accessible than we kind of realize? Now, listen,
so
don't get me wrong, there's an expense involved with this,
no,
and there's also there's the climate kind of element of it as well.
Oh, yes.
It's not, a pretty serious carbon footprint doing something like that. Yeah. But I just thought, that's a mad concept. He's done it. It's
very clever, though.
He's gone further afield. He's done day trips to Rome from JFK. So he's another video where he goes to the Colosseum. He bikes the Appian Way. It pisses rain. He gets soaked, has dinner, goes back to the airport, buys himself a new t-shirt and flies home. He goes to Egypt. He does one in Egypt as well. Again, an overnight.
Now, there would have to be a good bit of planning with it, because you'd have to organise your logistics, where you would go to get the most out of that day trip.
And I think he does have it all planned within an inch of its life.
So that would suit someone like me, not necessarily someone like you.
No. I'd just going on vibes.
Yes.
And just arrive there and be like...
Vibes are good though. Vibes kind of... But not when you're doing something like that you want to get the most out of it, I think.
Another video worth watching. If you like the idea of travelling on pure vibes... Casey Neistat, who's a famous YouTuber, and he's got a video called Make It Count. And what it was he was given a budget by Nike to make a video about their they had a kind of a wristband that was out at the time. It's 13 years ago. It was this wristband that accounts your steps and stuff like that.
Okay.
But they gave him a certain amount of budget to make the video, and he decided to blow the budget and see how far around the world he could get.
Okay.
So him and his friend, they just start flying places and seeing where they can go and visit until they blow the budget. And it's 4 minutes of one of the most inspiring videos you'll ever see. It's class.
I actually haven't watched that one.
So you should go and watch that. But anyway, look, that guy's TikTok really opened my eyes to the idea of God, there's places where I've always wanted to see, but you're going, oh God, will we get a chance to do that?
If you're thinking of your annual leave and things like that, yes, he'd have to put more thought into it, probably a little bit more money as well. But
it wasn't cheap.
It also shows you, just go do it. Just do it.
So that's a fair point. Now, he does do a cost breakdown in one of his videos, and he says that this is the Ireland trip.
Yes.
It was $457 round trip for flights. Now, bear in mind that's in the middle of summer.
Yeah. Okay.
It's because he only did this recently. Car rental was $48. He paid a mechanic $60 to change the tire on the car. Now, all the mechanic did, you can see in the video, is put the space saver on that's in the boot.
Oh, fuck.
So he kind of got
stung with that.
A little bit stung with that. And listen to this about getting stung. The insurance company, the car rental company, because he didn't take out insurance, charged him $275 for the flat tire. Isn't that absolutely outrageous?
Yeah.
He paid $8 for a sandwich, $4 for a cappuccino, $5 for parking at the Cliffs Moor, and he bought a souvenir shirt back at the airport for $41. So in total, it was $898. Let's take 300 quid off that, because of you're not always going to get a flat tire. So put it at, he's done it for about $600. It's a lot of money for a single day. But still, if there's somewhere in the world you really want to see...
But it's an experience. So, we've spent $600 on an experience.
Yes, exactly.
Do you know, when we first started going out with each other, we spent €600 on an experience. Do you know that way?
We went to Monarch. That? I remember Ash and myself went to Monarch.
Let's treat ourselves.
What a spot.
Yes.
But I remember we went in and we were like, yeah, this is great. And we're like...
Credit card.
We were just charging everything to the room.
Yes.
And I remember we went in to check out, and the bill was 700 quid. And I remember being like, I'm sorry, come again? And they're like, it's €700. And we were like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And the two of us were kind of giving each other eyeballs, but you're shitting me. And we were walking out. And we were just like, wait till the car. And we got into the car and we were like, what the fuck? Absolutely.
For one night.
Oh,
but
God.
Anyway, yeah.
That was worth it. It was great.
But that's what I'm saying, as in you pay that money for an experience.
Yeah, so if there's something that's worth doing or that you really want and it's really on the bucket list and you've been putting it off for ages, I don't know. Maybe it's more doable than
I just don't overthink and just do it. I think that's what that has taught me.
Off the top of my head, I'm thinking somewhere that could be a day trip.
Right, go on.
Like
Tell me
him.
where you'd go.
Niagara Falls.
Okay.
Niagara Falls you could actually do as a day trip.
Yes.
Now, it's not going to be cheap, but if you wanted to still go see Niagara Falls, you've seen them, I haven't.
Yes.
Let's say I really wanted to go see Niagara Falls. I could get a direct flight from Dublin to Toronto.
Yes.
Go see
Do
Niagara Falls.
And then back out.
Get back to the airport and catch the flight back to Dublin.
Okay.
Later that day. And be back within 24 hours.
Yeah.
That's...
Oh, no, it is amazing. And you're using your flight as your accommodation.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's worth thinking about. If anyone's ever done anything similar, I would love to know. Because maybe we're onto something here.
Okay, thanks a million for listening to us again. Talk about absolute utter shite.
Yes, we'll call it a day on the podcast for today. But thank you for listening. And I will get that email set up
Yes.
for next week's episode, all right?
Yes, and please don't smell of ours next time.
I won't. Whatever
Thank
you're
you.
doing, have a great week. Good luck. Thanks for listening.
Bye.